Hello and welcome back to TMG Trades, the best place on YouTube to be getting your up-to-date cryptocurrency and Bitcoin analysis. And well, isn't Bitcoin looking quite good over the past couple of hours? Now, Bitcoin, I said, is going to have a big move today. I stand by that still. I think the big move is fairly imminent. Bitcoin is doing something right now that I think is worthwhile talking about. So I'm going to give you an update on my current open trades when it comes to the current price of Bitcoin and where I expect Bitcoin's price is going to head next. Given that we've got a 100% accuracy ratio on this channel, I have never made an incorrect prediction. Hopefully that isn't going to change. And if you appreciate all the hard work and effort that goes into creating the videos that go onto this channel, please do smash a like on today's video. The like goal is, of course, 1,000 likes. We have still never hit 1,000 likes on a video on this channel. So if you are not subscribed yet, please do subscribe and then like the video. Very important that you do. Let's try again. Let's try and hit 1,000 likes. Anyway, when it comes to Bitcoin's price right now, over the course of the past hour, Bitcoin's price has risen up from $47,200 all the way up to now $47,650. But it's looking very good as this. We're having some very nice steep buying pressure kicking in all of a sudden when it comes to Bitcoin's price. Now, when it comes to my current open trades, it's very much the same as yesterday. I've not really changed anything today. Still, between the two of these, $1.7 million long on Bitcoin. And then I actually increased the size of my Ethereum trade just a little bit, bringing it overall to around $350,000 long. But between all of that, we have around $220,000 profit across the board, which is absolutely fantastic. In fact, one of the things that I'm most impressed with this account is the growth of this account. We only started this account with $80,000 1 month ago, and it's currently got around $600,000 in it. Look at this. It's absolutely crazy. In fact, we don't trade on demo accounts on this channel. It's all real money. And as you can see right here, $600,000. Not only that, I've withdrawn above 100K from this to spend it on various different cryptocurrency investments outside of what we do on the trading. So, given all of that kind of good stuff that's been happening, what are we expecting when it comes to the price of Bitcoin? Well, this is why Bitcoin's price is getting along at the moment. Things are looking pretty good, actually. The 4 hour, we've not been looking great on the 4 hour, like we tipped above. Generally, you don't spend that long above the top of the RSI zone before you get rejected from it. So rejection here was pretty much like written in before we had any chance for that not to happen. That was expected. We expected the rejection at $48,000. Did not expect to break through it on first attack. Now, we are on the 4 hour chart right here. And currently on the 4 hour chart, we look to be, like if you look at the way that this is waving around down here at the bottom, we look like it could possibly tick bullish once more. Now, I'm kind of expecting this to happen. My actual target for Bitcoin right now is sitting around $48,500. Now, if you look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, we've actually been as high as $48,500 recently, and $48,500 is literally the top of this yellow line right here. So that would be the point whereby if Bitcoin broke above $48,500, it would rally very, very quickly, probably up to around $54,000. It would be a very, very quick jump, and if you were longing that jump, if we went up to around $54,000, which is about there, that would be around a 13% increase in price in Bitcoin, which is fantastic for us Bitcoin holders. But also, if you're using 10x leverage on that, that's 130% profit that is available from longing the break above $48,500. We've also got to note the downside levels for Bitcoin before looking at some other indicators that I find particularly useful. So, the downside levels currently for Bitcoin, let's have a look at those by dropping down onto a lower time frame, because really the downside levels we can only learn by dropping to the lower side. So essentially, we've got to take a trend line and draw our trend, which is there. Essentially, we're looking at these levels around here, which would be a break below $46,000, which at this point, you know, we're pretty well above that. So we need to find a lower level, which would, of course, be this. Pretty naturally, it would be this. And this is currently sitting at around $47,000. So another break, I would say, below $47,000 will likely take us down to 46. And if we break $46,000, that is bad news. However, I have very good news for you right now, which I'm going to show you right now. Let's just show you that amazing news that I'm going to show you, which is this right here. You see this? These are the two little blue things down here on the 1 hour chart. They indicate Bitcoin's just gone bullish again. And Bitcoin is pumping to the upside. Not only that, but we've bounced off of the moving averages that we've discussed in previous episodes. So overall, Bitcoin is looking very good. Just be wary of a drop below $47,000, but if we break above $48,500, we'll keep rallying to the upside. I'm expecting a big move for Bitcoin very, very soon. If not tonight, then tomorrow, some point during the day. But like, Bitcoin is gearing up for something big, and we can see that in all the data right now. One of the main pieces of data that I like to use on a very regular basis is the funding rates, because the funding rates tell us exactly what's going on. Now, if you look at the funding rates across the board right now, bullish, 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 not so bullish, 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 not so bullish, bullish, not so bullish. So we still have some people that are massively short. Some exchanges are massively short and still left to get liquidated. That's DYDX and OKEX, both of which still have short positions outstripping long positions. So that is really interesting to see because, again, I've explained it in the past, but I'll explain it again. When you have more people that are short than are long, if the price of Bitcoin rises, all those short positions have to close, and that means they have to buy the Bitcoin back, of which they already sold because they shorted it, which means you sell against lended Bitcoin. And if you have to buy back into the market all at the same time in order to avoid liquidation, you end up with a huge spike to the upside. However, I expect that the next pump for Bitcoin is going to be stimulated by more natural buying pressure. Bitcoin wicks upwards when this kind of thing happens, but it's not necessarily a natural buying pressure because it's coming from derivative markets. And when you have a derivative market buying pressure that is stimulated by short liquidations, it tends to be not very short-lived and not, quite short-lived, sorry, and not very strong. It doesn't tend to last. But what I'm seeing right now is more and more exchanges have got rid of all those short positions. More and more people trading on those exchanges, I should say, have got rid of those short positions. And they're all starting to go long. People are starting to turn bullish right now. They're realizing that Bitcoin is on the cusp of something major. And if we do break above $48,500, sky's the limit. Altcoins will go to the moon, and that means you need to be subscribed to my second channel, which is That Martini Guy. If you don't know already, my name is Jordan, and I run a channel on YouTube called That Martini Guy. This is actually my second channel. It might get nearly as many views as my main channel, but I promise you, it is my second channel, and the reason I'm making these videos these days is because I find it much better, much more accurate to just film the Bitcoin analysis on my phone. I still put it in the normal videos as well, but I film it on my phone because it keeps you guys up to date at a much faster pace, and it allows you to see exactly what's going on in the market as soon as I film the video. So when it comes to looking at data like this, it's very important that you're completely up to date on it. So anyway, when it comes to Bitcoin dominance right now, we're seeing Bitcoin dominance break to the downside. I pointed this out in the previous episode. This is a textbook bear flag where you have a drop down, a going sideways, and then another drop down. This is going to continue. I'm expecting the altcoin market to make a huge boom over the course of the next kind of 24 to 48 hours or so, and you'll see more about that on the main channel, which is That Martini Guy. However, if we now go over to the current price of Ethereum versus US dollars, Ethereum, the price of which we need to break above on Ethereum would be $3,470. Trading above $3,470. I mean, we're nearly there right now. We're only $40 away from a all-time high for this year. And then really good news about Ethereum right now. Look at this. We're bullish again on the MACD. The RSI is looking fantastic. And like literally support resistance trading, not overcomplicating it, using moving averages, monitoring order flows, which is something that I do off screen just because order flows pretty boring and it's very difficult to kind of replicate exactly what I'm viewing because you're viewing it in real time. And it's very difficult to explain. But yeah, we look at order flows, we look at basically 2 or 3 different indicators, and between all of those, I've managed to predict every trade on this channel correctly for a long period of time now. So just watch out for the upside. The upside for Ethereum, 3,470. The upside for Bitcoin, 48,500. The downside for Ethereum, however, if we go over to the Ethereum price, would be around these levels right here. And these levels right here are currently around $3,330. So a drop below $3,330 for Ethereum would likely yield a drop back down to the previous support level around here. And that would not be good news at all because that would be around $150 drop in the price of Ethereum. So just watch out to these downside levels. We don't want to get too carried away with this bull market. It's important to stay rational. Everything is going up and everything does look really, really bullish. And I am very much scaled into the markets right now. I'm very heavily invested. And when I look at a chart like this, to me, this is screaming buy, absolutely screaming buy. And if we go over to say even the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour, again, it's looking like it's looping back around already. You see this time and time again, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. you can see where we're coming from. We're abiding by this support level, this long-term support level. We've yet to break below it. So as long as we're abiding by the trend is your friend. I keep saying it over and over again, but trend is your friend. Abide by the trend. Everything is pointing to the up. So do not ignore that. But at the same time, make sure you've got your stop losses in. I would not suggest holding on to, if Bitcoin does start dropping and Ethereum does start dropping, cut them. Just cut them straight away. Don't hold on to these things. You're better off re-entering the market. I rolled my tongue then by accident. But you are better off closing the trade and re-entering the market when you're more sure of what's going on. I'm fairly sure right now that things should go well. However, Bitcoin does like to annoy us on occasion. So, you know, just keep an eye on things. But overall, the market does look great. And yeah, if you are interested in trading, please do check out links to Bybit and Prime XBT. This is Bybit, and this here is Prime XBT. I trade on both exchanges. It's just Prime XBT always logs you out. But yeah, check them out. Links in the description. If you want to support the channel and you appreciate all the free content that I post on here, I appreciate you using those links. So thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.